Hello everyone, welcome to the third episode of this new favorite series of mine, Hometowns. Hometowns. Today we'll be looking at the young life of Madonna, the famous pop star that has made one of my favorite music albums to be ever recorded, A Ray of Light from 1999, with such hits like Frozen and Time to Say Goodbye. Now, Madonna has two cities in her youth that are nearby one another and both somewhat relevant. One of them is Detroit, where she spent much of her adolescence and also tried to go to university, or actually went. And the other one is this city here, Bay City, on Saginaw Bay on the big majestic Lake Huron. Now, Bay City is a relatively small town with 32,000 inhabitants, and she was born in a hospital here, which was back then called Mercy Hospital, but is nowadays just this Bradley House. We shall have a quick look at this fine establishment that brought such a pop star to light. Nice Michigan brick style building. To be fair, I like this architecture a lot. And Madonna never really lived in Bay City, but has spent a lot of time here, for example, at her grandmother's place. She then has spent time with her family in Detroit, where we will also look at the house where she lived there. But yeah, she spent summers here in Bay City at 1204 Smith Street. Now, 1204 Smith Street in Bay City is a famous address, and it is right here, next to Great Lakes Gutters. Let's have a look at this fine establishment. Let's make sure we are looking at the right house. Oh god, have I ever used maps before? The internet has gotten so complicated for me. Well, here it is, the birthplace of Madonna, not blurred out. I would imagine a lot of tourism. I mean, it's Madonna. Well, there's something blurred now. So perhaps it was this one. But why would it only be blurred in this one photo spot? Maybe there was a person with a knife, as it happens sometimes. Yeah, this is 1204. Pretty, solid, extended bungalow building. She was born as Madonna Louise Ciccione, oh my god, with French, Canadian and Italian ancestors. And yeah, her relationship to this city, Bay City, has been a little, I would say ambiguous in a way, as we explore this particular relationship between the famous person and their hometowns. In this series, she has apparently called it once a smelly little town. Smelly, probably fishy. Not fishy as in dodgy, but fishy as in smells like fish. But at the same time, there have been debates whether or not how her name should be put on the entry sign to the town. I mean, she's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame after all, you know. And in 1985, the mayor of this city, Mr. Sullivan, I believe, tried to hand her the key to the city, which makes her, just a respectable citizen. But I don't think she has ever really accepted that. But yeah, anyway, she spent some time here in her youth. Maybe let's go back to her house. I've ventured off the path whilst I was talking. Spent some time here in her youth at her grandmother's place, who lived here whilst her family, until her mother died when she was 5 years old, lived in Detroit, where we will go soon. Here we have a ramp, which is barrier-free entrance, which is kind of nice. Stone house with wooden parts. Mowed lawn. Pretty sweet. And what do we have here? I have no idea. A boat? Now this makes more sense than in the last video, where the former house of Nick Cave had a boat in the garden. And yeah, so her relationship has been ambiguous. I think she has good and bad memories. I mean, what can you do? You are born into a certain place. You just kind of have to accept it. Now, apparently she liked a shop here, which was called St. Lawrence Brothers Candy Shop. This shop still exists here as a candy store with great reviews. And here it is. Maybe the logo looked the same back then when she was living here. This is a nice candy store. And it also is our introduction to the city center of Bay City. Just to see what walks and paths Madonna might have been taken. Wow. Purple bricks with green ornaments. I never knew it could look so beautiful. One treat I still have for you in Bay City. I don't know if we will come across it naturally. Probably not. But yeah, working class town, I would say, for whatever that means. I mean, people in every town are kind of working. I guess it means it's centered around some main industry, which is probably some factory stuff, since we are in Michigan, or some fish-related industry, such as going fishing. We see a pretty cool old school vibe here with this kind of font, the buildings. It's definitely not the most unstylish town, also because the name Bay City suggests somehow it would be in near Miami or anywhere else in Florida. Yeah, pretty neat put together. It's not Gary, Indiana. It's not East St. Louis, as far as I can tell. It looks pretty slick. It has these big buildings that you can also find in Detroit once in a while. These big former industrial buildings that are very, very beautiful. And this one seems to be still something. Can we see what? County clerk. Right. Yeah, okay, let's go to what I wanted to show you. There's a Madonna mural, which is, I guess, an honor after all. And it's a mural of a Madonna, of a young Madonna. Bay City, Michigan, birthplace of Madonna. Well, how much more proof is needed? She was born here. Pretty cool. I don't know if this is her 70s or 80s period, but it is pretty nice. It's kind of nice that some residents still are saying proudly, well, she is from here, even though maybe she didn't have the easiest time with her hometown, which, you know, what would you expect her to do? To always be like, yeah, it was wonderful to be there in the summers with my grandmother. No, I mean, if it's smelly, it's smelly. What can I say? Maybe it's not smelly. But anyway, her family has moved on from this city. These, let's see how far away it is. Rochester Hills. It's very outskirts of Detroit. Yeah, 100 kilometers. Walkable distance by American standards. And in Detroit, they lived in, let me see if I have written down the address. Yes, 2036 Oklahoma Avenue, Rochester Hills, Michigan. It is a house here. We are really, really, really by the city limits, if not already outside of Detroit. Not too far away, perhaps, but still kind of far away from where Eminem was born. The other famous son of the city. He was just born somewhat south of the 8 Mile Road, which is here. I think somewhere here Eminem was born, and somewhere up there Madonna. So it's really far out there, but still pretty cool. Let's have a look at this establishment, if we can. Pretty nice driveway, I have to say. Would this be the house? Yes. This is the house where Madonna's family lived. And where she lived until she was 18. I believe then she has moved out to study and to do other things with her life. Pretty put together neighborhood. I think the problem with Detroit is, especially for a young girl back then, that, you know, when you get older and you want to go out to like a party or a concert or meet friends, you always have these like not so safe neighborhoods in between where you live and maybe where you want to go. So you kind of have to go through them. Fabric. Yeah. But here, people, you know, the house is not blurred, even though I would imagine, I mean, it's Madonna, you know, it's like Michael Jackson. Big load of fans should come here. I'm surprised we are the only ones here. And yeah, pretty decent house, a bit bigger of a bungalow. I mean, I guess everything is a bungalow in this series. Yeah, and the neighborhood looks pretty put together. Certainly better, with all respect, to where Eminem was born. Unfortunately, his birthplace, home, one of the main homes where he lived, is not standing anymore. Yeah, very nice. This is this part of America without sidewalks, but I guess on the road so quiet like this, you can just walk on the street. Yeah, this is really the middle of nowhere, you know, just green, grassy lands with some bungalows. But what I should do is to put now Madonna and Detroit and see if there's anything else. Shrine of Madonna, yeah, good, with her name being Madonna Catholic Church, yeah. Is this a shrine of the actual Madonna? I love the bookstore. Let's see what this shrine of Madonna is about. It doesn't always... refer to the pop star Madonna. Let's see if there's anything else in Bay City. No, just the Madonna mural, you know. It's almost like she was never here, you know. It's always the question for these kind of places, how to capitalize on the people that were born there. Obviously, Bay City could probably do with the kind of Madonna-style tourism and Madonna University. Yeah, I wonder if these places are named after her, or if it's like a religious university. It doesn't strike me as super religious. Is there an about section? Diversity. Why Madonna? Well, why Madonna? Why to choose it, not why it's called like this. Well, we will not find out just now. But yeah, this is where Madonna is from. Pretty interesting. Thanks very much for watching this video. And go and explore it yourself if you're a big fan. Thanks and bye bye.